Hello, how you doing? This is Coach Dixon from Justthrowittx, Texas. Now, go over a little bit. You know, one coach told me a long time ago, he said, Dixon, it's a difference between going 0-10 and 10-0. I was like, hey coach, I don't understand what you're talking about. I said, yeah. A team that go 0-10 is a dumb team, coached by dumb coaches. The team that go 10-0 is usually a pretty smart team, coached by pretty smart coaches. Now, as a quarterback, you have to understand defenses. You have to read the defense. I know around here, you got these teams where they just want you to do what they say. Throw the ball to this guy. He's running down here open. He might be open, and as your coach say, because he's looked at films maybe, and he's looking at the game. So you would look down there because he's the coach. But at the same time, you have to understand how to come off that receiver and go to another receiver. You have to understand how to move in that pocket. Okay? But I'm going over some defenses for you to try to teach you to read different coverages. All right, let's throw up an offense. Let's go with trips. We're going to let's go with trips formation. Let's go to the quarterback. Let's go with the receiver. Let's give him one running back. Okay, here's the trips. Okay. Let's go put a defense out here. Let's give a nose plan here. Let's give a tackle over here. Let's give a in. Okay. And usually call 2 techniques, 3 techniques, 4. Okay. Let's give a middle linebacker. Give a Sam. Okay. Or we'll put the middle linebacker on the. Put the Sam over here. Okay, now let's see what kind of coverage we're going to run right here. Let's go over a quarters coverage. Cornerback. Strong safety. Cornerback. Free safety. Okay, and let's say outside linebacker. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. This is the quarters concept. So the difference between cover 4 and quarters. Okay. Now, as the quarterback, you're looking. Your first thing is narrow vision. You look to see where the safeties are. Safeties are almost in the middle of the field. There's still an open field because this is open right here. This is open, all that. If it was closed, somebody would be there. Cornerbacks and safeties are around I give them about 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. All these guys. Right there, both of them. Both of them about 10 yards off the line. They're there because in this coverage, they're there to play up on the run too. They can get down into the run because they're not that far back. But this is a defense that's designed to cover the deep passes. All these guys has 1/4 of the field that they cover. 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. That what makes it like a quarter. 4 quarters is a dollar, right? So their job is to get back, make sure you don't throw nothing deep out there, and they side. Okay? Now, this outside linebacker is probably keying this guy. If he's out to the side of him, right here, to the side, that means he probably has some type of flat coverage. Okay? He probably got that somewhere over there. He's trying to play the flats because he's outside of him. Or he could be outside of him. Okay? Now, what they can't be playing on this guy over here, this is their strong side. If this quarterback gets the ball and what he want to do on this, if they all playing deep, we got to go underneath that deep stuff, right? So a lot of times what they can do, they like to throw a bubble screen. He's running back, they like to block him. He comes up, block whichever one comes up, right there. Right there. That's what they like to do on quarters coverage. Because it's hard for them to get back there and to get down here. But if they're good defensive backs, they can do it. So you block. Okay? Now, still on this side right here, what we're trying to do is to run some type of timing patterns. We know this guy just by him sitting out. We need to now know, what are they in zone, even though they playing that, or are they in some type of man? The way you can look at them and tell if they're in zone, if all their heads is pointed in toward the quarterback. If their heads is looking down into that backfield, they are probably in a zone. Probably. Because they can't try to trick you. Good defensive backs will try to trick you. But if they looking in, our object is to give you an idea as you're reading. As you're reading. You know it's an open field. You see all the cornerbacks' heads looking in at you. If they're looking straight at that guy in front of them and their arms are in front of them like this, they're probably in man. If their hand is back into a back pedal step, they're probably in some type of zone. Or if their hand, as a cornerback, he's down and his hands are hanging in between his two legs, he could be in a man-to-man. If he's turned right here, looking at you with this type of drop back, he's going to try to cover some type of hook to curl and then come up and be able to make the tackle if they throw to the flats. And if you notice him putting a lot of weight on his front leg, that's automatically telling you that he's going to come up. His job is more to come up. He's probably in the flats area because he wants to be able to stop, put that weight on that front leg and be able to push off that front leg to come up. And that's a fact. Now, as you see this, is the blocking scheme. if you drop it straight back and you don't see a blitz coming, if you see the blitz coming as your first step, and your just say we're doing a 3-step drop, but your first step is back. Now, since you hike the ball, you can see they got to start moving. You watch the defense. You watch what he do. You watching the whole defense. You watching this guy comes up, start blitzing. On your first step, you watch how they are. If they move, because they can move out of this. On your first step, you're going to see him move, quarterback. You got to be looking. Because what he can do, he can come down. They started out. And so they started out in the cover 4, but he can also come down right in here as a blitzer. This guy right here can roll to the middle. If they do that, they done went to a cover 3 on your drop step, see? So that's what I'm saying. You got to watch. You have to be watching. You got to understand what's going on. And you can see all this, believe it or not, even if you're running, you can see it. If your head is up. Okay. Okay, so they're in that cover 4. Everybody got a coverage, a quarters coverage. All right? Now, you have to run some type of underneath patterns. Let's say, you can send him right there on the hook. You can run him coming across. Okay? And just for the heck of it, if he's gone out, you want to take them out, run him here, run him into the post. Take this guy, run him across. You want to take him across the field because everybody's stepping back. You want to have people come across and you can ship him. He's looking. He see the blitz. He's either going to block down. If it don't get that time, he blocks down. He swings straight out the backfield. This middle linebacker, if he's blitzed, the safety is he's going to check in here. I mean, this Sam linebacker, his job, he's going to look to see if anybody's coming across. He might try to push this guy or hit this guy to slow him up. But you have to be looking at this defense. Then what he's going to do, he's going to take out to the middle of the field. Because he's blitzing. He's trying to come across because he wants to come across and get leashed behind this. So, if he pick up a blitz or don't pick up the blitz on that coverage, you can always throw in the ball. Make this guy have to come up and make the tackle. Or when that linebacker is gone, you can easily hit him right here, where that linebacker was. If the linebacker is gone, right there. But you have to read the coverage. You got to understand what coverages they're in. As you're looking back there, it's 4 defensive backs back. They're all about the same distance. 8 to 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. Okay? So that's basically how you read quarters. This is Coach Dixon, Just Throw It, Texas.